The European trade unions convention was a step in the 1973s to promote the interesting of working people at the European levels and to represent them in the European Union situations. It is recognized by the European Union, the Council of Europe, and the European Free Trade Association as the only representative of the trade union organization at the European level. In the United States history of unions, early workers and trade unions played an important part in the role for independence. Although their specific efforts for the cause of independence were inferred, the ideas they introduced, such as protections for workers, became part of the American culture. In the United States, explored in the 19th century with the following of the National Labor Union, NLU, in the 1866. The NUL was not exclusively to the particular type of worker, although the NLU crumbled without making significant gains in excavation work. Rights in founding set an important presence in our country. Soon after the Night of Labor emergency in the 1869, this group membership speaks at about 7,000 and its efforts were focused on addressing key issues such oppositions to child labor and demand for an 8-hour daily. With the creation of the styles and movements, Art Nouveau arts were then inspired by the Industrial Revolution and workers of the trade unions to create their artwork. Their artwork was more to raise the levels of the crafts of many Art Nouveau artworks and architects that the labor movements in the 19th and 20th centuries built this movement and art pieces using the Art Nouveau style. Art Nouveau artists took inspiration in the union's workers that lead to the creations of the labor Art Nouveau medallions, or coins that many other pieces at the time. These medallions depict and represent the labor community in the 19th and 20th centuries. This art of the medallions were commonly made and found in France and in the United States, where the working labor community was found and constructed. These medallions depict in many ways the labor force, and the Art Nouveau styles was used in the creation of union symbols. These medallions also displace the working women that provide for their families in the fields. The women that was represented in the Art Nouveau styles later their hair down. This was uncommon in previous art forms and movements. The female figure was also represented as a labor figure at the time when the women also started to provide from their families. The Art Nouveau as labor was better displayed in America, where the working laborers force was focused in the creation of sculpture mostly, using the styles and place in the buildings that were created during the 19th and early 20th centuries. The Art Nouveau styles then gave the way to Art Deco in the 1920s, but then it experienced a popular revival in the 1960s, and it is now seen as an important precursor of modernism, and it continues in some ways to represent labor.